Ironic, isn't it, when the shoes are on the other foot? I'm certain some of you are aware of the activist organization known as Take This, supplied by the Homeland Security, who wants to denounce gamers, or perhaps to denounce gamers, because, well, gamers are not their consumers. You wanna know what happened? They are now begging for $80K in order to keep the company afloat. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. By the time of this upload, 2 more weeks left until Take This has to be shut down. The government's not gonna help them. Let me show you an article from that Park Place. Activist organization that encouraged game developers to denounce gamers is now begging for $80K to stay afloat or to remain open. They receive significant funding from the United States government. Well, if you guys wish to know where your taxpayers are going, here it is. One of them at least. You guys know this. Some of you know about GamerGate too. They're probably perpetuating this. So long story short, they're trying to cover up or perhaps protect Sweet Baby Inc., saying that gamers are the one that harassed Sweet Baby Inc., where in reality it was the opposite. They say that Cabrutus created the Steam curator for inciting harassment, which it is completely false. They attempt to get Cabrutus Rambo cancelled, but Valve rejected. I'm going to keep it simple. Some of you know this. The organization wrote that you may be inclined to be quiet or cautious, but that's actually not helpful. As noted on our resources, empowering the game industry, a major lesson learned from GamerGate was the importance of taking loud public stands. No. See this? At the time, many studios were hesitant to address hate and abuse from GamerGate in any meaningful way. The reason varied, but usually this hesitation born out of fear of losing profit, concern that taking stands would attract attention of GamerGate mob. No, that's not it. They're making failed product. They're making a game that gamers don't want. They want to chase the modern audience. That's what they're trying to do. However, when Stellar Blade came out, well, that gave gamer hope. Despite censorship, gamers were so close. However, when Black Myth Wukong comes, whoa, all gamers worldwide rally to it. Yeah, and they didn't stop it. According to Dr. Rafael Bocamazo, the organization wrote, "This might be the bittersweet post I ever written in my tenure with Take This. You may have noticed our plea for our financial support earlier this year. They worked as hard as they could. As hard as we worked to make up the gap, we still need significant help. Without your support, Take This and all of our impactful program will cease to exist. If we don't raise $80K by the end of September, all this will disappear." Yeah, no thank you. Well, they received $700K from Department of Homeland Security. Over the past decade, video games have increasingly become a focal point for social activity, identity creation, for adolescents and young adults. Relationship made and fostered within game ecosystem routinely cross over into the real world, impactful parts of the local community. Correspondingly, extremists have used video games to target video game communities for activities ranging from propaganda creation to terrorist mobilization and training. Game developers in general, from small independent studios to billion-dollar multinational corporations, have lagged in awareness how extremists may attempt to exploit their game, how their communities can be targeted for radicalization. This is the one. The joint program or project from the Center on Terrorism, Extremism and Counterterrorism, Take This, and logically seeks to develop a shared framework from the understanding extremists in games. This includes the development of a set best practice, centralized resources for monitoring, evaluation, extremist activities. Yeah, using monitoring, detection, prevention of extremist exploitation in gaming space of community managers, multiplayer designers, lore designers, mechanics designers, and trust safety professionals. Sorry, I have a hard time reading that. So basically, they're trying to use, well, if you guys wish to know where your taxpayers are going, this is one of them. I mean, many people are now, and I'm certain some of you who are from the United States have criticized the Department of Homeland Security. I'm certain some of you have did. Here's the real thing. There is a new law. Let me refresh this. There's a new law called the anti-DEI law, and it's now started on Texas, Florida, and now it's already into Alabama. It will take effect next month. With that, right now it's happening right now, even though it's not taking effect yet, but there are some pushbacks. Gamers are looking for hope. They're looking for any games that could, well, they want to push back against these wokeness, or perhaps show every video game devs in the West that their wallets are closed, sealed off. This is why everyone is now voting with their wallet. I'm voting with my wallet. And yes, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, I'll be playing it. I'll be playing the original first and then the Repop. Or perhaps I'll play both, whichever it is. So, gamers, don't give up. We are winning. That's all that matters. So, don't support this government funded. This activist doesn't deserve it. I mean, they should have learned their lesson. They should have known we're gonna keep on fighting. This culture war is gonna finally end it. It may take time, so we have to be patient.
Nick, look! If I use this ticket, I can totally use your cool powers!
Whatever, dude.
There it is! There it is!
Leave a like and subscribe. If you want any gaming news, reviews, or anything else, you can visit my first channel up here or link in the description.